This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, double check you're still subscribed to the channel. Double check your notifications are on, and if you hit that like button or comment, make sure it's working properly. Listen, these bad actors, these fudsters who want us out of the XRP play are doing everything in their power to cause confusion with retail investors, okay? Somebody sent me this, and this is entirely fake. It's allegedly signed by Judge Torres on August 8th. Let me tell you guys something. Judge Torres has nothing to do with the XRP, the Ripple SEC lawsuit anymore. When they filed that motion with Judge Torres and she denied it, she washed her hands of the case unless the Court of Appeals reverses the case and sends it back down to Judge Torres. She is out of the Ripple SEC lawsuit. So these fake orders that they're putting out, that they say was allegedly signed by Judge Torres on August 8th, is absolute nonsense. But the reason that they're doing this is to cause confusion among retail investors who invest in XRP, so that we can think that maybe the lawsuit isn't over, that maybe something else is going on with the lawsuit. That is not what it is, okay? Let me explain something to you guys. When they filed that joint motion for dismissal and they submitted it to the courts, the clerk ended the lawsuit. The lawsuit is over. The lawsuit is over. Okay, the lawsuit is over. And after a certain period of time, they couldn't refile the appeal anyway, because there's certain time restrictions that they have to file the appeal in. So once they file the dismissal, the lawsuit is over unless they start all over again in the lower courts. Because, not saying it's impossible to have a first impression in a court of appeals, it is possible in certain circumstances, but in something like this, the Court of Appeals are not going to hear it. They're not going to hear it. The case is over. When they find that joint motion for dismissal, the case is over. It does not require the Court of Appeal judges to sign off on the case, and they know it. These bad actors that are manipulating XRP, they know the case is over. But what they're doing, they're spreading FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt in order to get you confused, to get you to get out of the XRP play. And I'm not telling anybody to buy, hold, or sell XRP. I'm telling you that the FUD doesn't stop because they're upset that we're front-running them on probably the biggest financial vehicle in this generation. XRP, in my opinion, is going to change the whole financial game when those XRP spot ETFs are approved, and they're going to be approved. I don't care where they dropped it to 65% and all this other nonsense that's going on. It's going to be approved. You see all this smart money applying for XRP spot ETFs? You think they don't know it's going to be approved? They just want to file for XRP spot ETFs because they're bored? No. And BlackRock telling you they're not going to file for XRP spot ETF is absolute nonsense. They don't want to say it because they don't want the price to run. The bottom line is this. XRP spot ETFs approved. It's going to happen. Okay? No doubt in my mind about that. And I'm not telling you to buy, hold, or sell XRP. Is XRP going to slowly take over the SWIFT system? Of course it is. Of course it is. And with all the stable coins that are going to be produced, that's a whole nother story, because I see a whole lot of fraud and manipulation there. But that's for another video. That's for another video. But how are these stable coins going to interact with each other? How are they going to be bridged together? They're going to be bridged together with XRP. And then when they start tokenizing real world assets like they're doing in Dubai with the real estate, gold is going to be tokenized, silver, real estate, probably cars, land. I mean, just everything is going to be tokenized eventually. And what do you think they're going to use? Some new platform? No, they're going to use a tried and trusted platform that Ripple has built over the last 10 years outside of the United States of America when they were being attacked on U.S. soil by the SEC and Gary Gensler. So they're going to keep putting out FUD. They're going to keep trying to confuse us. They're going to keep trying to keep us off balance. But the lawsuit is over. And they're putting out this fake stuff just to confuse you, because they want you out of the XRP play. I mean, that's really the bottom line. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think they keep putting out these fake orders and this fake nonsense because they want you financially independent, or because they want you buying XRP through their spot ETFs 12 months down the road? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.